we are spending around 2 million kroner on advertising on Meta across all of our clients right now. So we kind of have a decent understanding now on what works and what does not work now in 2024. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 6 biggest mistakes I see with people and brands advertising on Meta. Okay, so the first problem I see is actually a lack of consistency in messaging through your funnel. All right, so the advertising, the ads, the content that you have doesn't really fit with the landing page you lead them in, or the funnel that you lead them in, either if it's a 2-step funnel or on through Go High Level or just directly into a specific landing page with a product. So it's really important that your messaging fits with your advertising, because you can have a really good ad that, or content with the ad that makes them in and it makes them go through and you have a really good click-through rate, but the messaging on the landing page doesn't fit with your ad at all, and that's going to actually struggle for you to scale and for you to actually convert into high-paying customers. All right, so that's the first problem we see a lot with a lot of e-commerce brands especially. So number 2, not doing enough audience research. So actually understanding who is your ideal customer, who is the avatar, what are their problems, how can your customer solve their problems through your product. Actually understanding and making and doing a lot of research about the customer, but also the competitors. What are your top 10 competitors doing? Like literally go through their ads, go through their on ad library. Or you can use a software called Foreplay, which is a software we use, where you can literally watch any, like, very much of the great ads that are up right now, that are out right now, and yeah, list it down and have a good understanding of what are they doing, right? Be updated on these new things. I'm going to talk a little bit about it later in this video, but it's really about understanding your avatar firstly. What are your customers' biggest pain points? What is keeping them up at night? Why are they frustrated? Why should they buy from you? So you should literally spend the most amount of time on building a structure, understanding your customer problems, and literally understanding that before you even start to advertise. Okay, and it's a lot of things you can do here to actually understand that. You can do what I just told you, but you could also watch customer reviews. For example, you could watch customer reviews on your own website if you have reviews already, or you can already start looking on reviews on your competitors' websites. Also, what are the good things they are saying, but what are the bad things they're saying about the brand and the products as well. So now you get a good understanding. If you can look at the good reviews, you know why they bought. And also with the bad reviews, you can also see what made them angry, what made them mad that they didn't get the specific dream outcome. So maybe your product can solve that problem for that specific pain point that customer had. So think a little bit about that. You can also go through customer surveys and online forums as well, like Reddit or different like communities also, and watch what are they talking about, what are they saying, what goes around in these forums. Yep. Number 3. So what we see with a lot of e-commerce brands is they struggle with a good content strategy. So they don't really have, first of all, they don't usually have that good of a content. So it's not innovative content enough, and also it's no content strategy. So what I mean by that is that they don't really have all the angles, all the things they want to test. Like if I was you, if I had an e-commerce brand and we were helping you right now, because we help e-commerce brands, right? So what we would do here is to literally set up a spreadsheet with 100 concepts, 100 problems, 100 solutions that we can play with, that we can have in the videos. Okay, that is the most important thing. Okay, so if you can have that, write down all your angles, write down what you want to test, so now you can actually see what is going to be the winning concept, so you can go back and see what has done well, what has not done well. So now you can actually see what to test the next. Okay, so having a good system with what angles you want to test makes it systemized, it makes it structured, so you know exactly what to test next or what you're going to keep doing. So that moves me into the next point. The problem number 4 we see is actually not spending enough time iterating on a winning concept. So imagine this: you have a winning ad, you found your winning ad, your ad does really well, so you get a lot of sales. It goes like this, it goes like this, and then it starts to dip down again, right? Does this sound familiar? You need to ask yourself as an e-commerce brand. We see a lot of e-commerce brands that have find winning concepts, they find winning ads that does really well, that goes up like this, gets a lot of sales, and then it starts dropping after maybe a couple of months, and now you're back to square root again. Now you have to try and find out the newest things and the newest concepts again. But the main problem here is that as soon as you find a winning concept, you should already start iterating on the winning concept. Make more of what works. There's many ways you can do this, okay? So you can even try to improve the ads. Is there anything in the ad that could have done a bit better? Maybe a better call to action in the video, maybe change the hook in the video, maybe even watching some of the comments in the video. Maybe it's something you can add on that some of the customers have commented on and it's not in the video. Literally go through the winning concepts, why has it worked, and then start improving the ads with a different hook, different call to action. For example, in our ad accounts with a lot of our clients, we saw that, for example, that okay, these concepts were really good, but that video had a really bad click-through rate, yeah? So now we needed to understand how can we make the customer click on the ad, click on into the website. So now we changed the call to action. We added some urgency into it. We added a good offer, so made the people that need to click right now go in, test, and we even tried a free trial on some of the clients as well that did really well. So there's many things you can do. Change the offer, change the call to action. There's many ways you can do this, and you can also, for example, try another influencer with the same concepts, right? Now you've tried a 20-year-old woman in the video. Maybe you should try a 50-year-old woman in the video with the same concept, but just a different person on the video. Maybe they can even do even better. So when you find a winning concept, start iterating on it and spend time with it. Why did it work? And keep, working on the winning concepts, okay? And make more of it. And you should always strive to make new content every single week. I know that sounds a lot for some of the e-commerce brand, but if you want to scale and if you want to do it big, that's what you should do. Okay, so the next thing is that with a lot of e-commerce brands is that we see they're not upgraded, they're not updated on the newest, on the news. You have to understand what are the news, what is the next things happening to Meta, what's the next thing happening to TikTok. For example, with a lot of brands we see right now is that TikTok Shop is doing really well, right? You need to be updated on the newest things that is going to come in the future, and you need to be the first one in, because if you want to make money in your e-commerce brand, you need to stand where the rain is dropping. You need to be ready. You need to understand. You need to kind of see the future in a way. If you're always updated on the news, you will have a greater chance of actually doing really well. And if you don't have time to do that, you could hire somebody to do that for you. Okay, really understand. So you can, for example, to be updated on the news, you can add some of the biggest, if you can go on Twitter or on X, right, or on LinkedIn, and watch the biggest guys, watch the biggest brands, listen to them, listen to the Meta platforms, see are there any new things coming up. Okay, so number 6, and the last problem I'm just gonna address before we end this video, is that not understanding the whole infrastructure. Okay, so what you need to understand that a lot of times the problem isn't really in the ad account. It isn't really about the targeting you're trying to do, because the algorithms on Facebook, the algorithms on Instagram is so good right now that if you focus your mindset on content, on better landing pages, better offers, how you can, for example, increase your average order value, right? How can you do that? There's many ways you can do that. You could either have bundles on your product pages. You could have upsells. You could have a really good post-purchase flow. So when after they have bought a product from you, you upsell them with different products that fit with that specific product that they bought. So there's many ways you can do that. So I would focus on these things, increasing the order value and increasing the retention rate of your customer, right? Because if you understand, if you know 100 new customers are coming in and you know that 40% of the customers are coming back, you can now actually spend more to acquire new customers because you know that you are going to go more profitable long term, and that's how you do e-commerce today. So of course you can understand and you can play with how you can decrease cost and have a higher return on ad spend, but you should really focus your time on how you can make better content, better landing pages, better offers, and increase average order value, and also increase retention rate in yeah in your brand. How you can make customers come back, how can you have so good customer support that they want to come back. Maybe you can create a forum, maybe a group that makes the customers wants to be a part of your journey, your vision. Like it's a bit like building a business. For if we take me for example, I want to build a business and keep this and have build an insane winning team like we're doing right now. Okay, so now for me to build this through and have more customers or have more people working within the team, it's really important that we have a good vision, we have a good goal, that we all feel a part of this journey, that we all feel a part of this goal and reaching our goal for the future. Because you need to always have new things to strive for, you need new challenges, and it's a little bit the same for e-commerce as well, right? That the customer that is coming in needs to feel like they're a part of a journey. So really important to understand and iterate on these points right here, and I hope that was some value for you guys for that is running e-commerce brands.